All right, let's dive in. Today we're tackling a mystery that happens in pretty much every laundry room out there. We're talking about that snap, crackle, and pop of static electricity that you get in your freshly dried clothes.
You've been there, right? You're peeling apart your laundry and you just have to ask yourself, why do my clothes get so ridiculously clingy in the dryer? Is it the heat? Is it, I don't know, some kind of weird laundry voodoo? Well, we're gonna find out.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You reach in to grab a t-shirt and you pull out a sock that's just come along for the ride, stuck to it like glue.
Or hey, maybe you grab a pair of pants, only to find a piece of underwear just stubbornly clinging on for dear life to the leg. It's a classic. And of course, there's that sound, that unmistakable crackle as you pull the fabrics apart. It's a dead giveaway that something electric is happening in there.
Okay, so let's officially open the case file on what I'm calling the clingy clothes mystery. We're gonna break this down step by step and figure out what's really going on.
So the number one suspect here is, you guessed it, static electricity. And it all happens in 3 simple steps. First up, your clothes are tumbling around in there, constantly rubbing against each other. That's friction. This rubbing actually knocks these tiny little particles called electrons from one piece of clothing to another. And finally, you know what they say, opposites attract. The clothes that now have a positive charge and the ones with a negative charge, they stick together.
And that stickiness actually has a fancy scientific name, the electrostatic force. That invisible pull is the real culprit behind all your clingy laundry.
All right, so we know what it is, but now we gotta figure out why. Why is the dryer the perfect place for this to happen?
I mean, think about it for a second. This doesn't really happen in the washing machine, does it? So what's so special about the dryer? What makes it the perfect crime scene for static?
Well, it turns out there are 3 main accomplices. You've got that constant tumbling, which means constant friction. You've got high heat, which is great for drying, but also sucks all the moisture out. And that leads to the big one, really, really dry air. It's the perfect storm for static.
And that dry air is absolutely crucial. Here's why. Humid or moist air is a pretty good conductor of electricity, right? So any static charge can just escape. But dry air, it's an insulator. It traps that charge right on your clothes with nowhere to go. And hey, this is the exact same reason you get shocked more in the winter. The air is just way drier.
Okay, but not all fabrics are created equal in this static showdown. Let's take a closer look at the evidence to see which materials are the biggest offenders.
Yeah, this table pretty much says it all. Look at the top of the list. Polyester, nylon, all those synthetic fabrics. They are fantastic insulators, so they build up and hold on to a charge like nobody's business. And then way down at the bottom, you've got good old cotton. It tends to hold on to a little bit of moisture, which, as we just learned, helps all that static charge just disappear.
Okay, we've gathered all the evidence, we know the conditions, we've identified the main suspects. I think it's time we reveal the scientific smoking gun behind this whole thing.
So after all this digging, what's the official scientific name for this whole process? You know, the rubbing, the charging, the whole shebang.
Here we go. It's called the Triboelectric effect. Sounds complicated, I know, but it's really just the fancy term for everything we've just been talking about. How static gets created when different materials rub against each other. And hey, if triboelectric sounds a little intimidating, don't worry about it. You've actually been an expert on this your whole life. It's the exact same reason a balloon sticks to your hair after you rub it. See? You're practically a physicist and you didn't even know it.
And you know what? Let's solve that last little piece of the puzzle, that crackling sound. What you're actually hearing is something called electrostatic discharge. You are literally hearing, and sometimes even seeing, tiny little lightning bolts jumping between your clothes as the charge tries to balance itself out. How cool is that? So, case closed. Mystery solved. Now that we've played detective, let's get practical. We know the science, so how do we use it to actually beat the cling?
Okay, time to open up your anti-static toolkit. Each one of these tips directly fights one of the causes we just talked about. Dryer sheets, they coat your clothes in a substance that makes it harder for those electrons to jump around. Wool dryer balls, they separate your clothes, which means less friction to begin with. And a great trick, tossing in a damp washcloth for the last 10 minutes, that just reintroduces a little bit of that charge-killing humidity right back into the dryer. See, it's all about messing up those perfect static conditions.
So, let's wrap this up by looking at this whole thing a little differently. The next time you do laundry, try to stop thinking of your dryer as just another chore, another appliance. Instead, I want you to see it for what it really is, a little physics lab in your own home.
Because when you get right down to it, static cling isn't really a laundry problem. It's just physics, live and in action.
So from now on, every time you have to peel a stray sock off of a sweater, just remember, you're witnessing the awesome power of electron transfer and electrostatic forces. You're seeing real, fundamental physics at work.
And that kind of brings us to a final thought. I mean, if all of this is going on inside your dryer, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other amazing physics is hiding in plain sight right there in your home?